The yacht industry keeps a dirty secret. Some of the most impressive-looking luxury vessels on the market are financial disasters waiting to happen. These yacht-buying traps cost first-time luxury buyers hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I'm showing you exactly how to avoid becoming another victim. Here's what really happens when novice buyers fall for these traps. They see the gleaming hull, marble countertops, and master suite that looks like a five-star hotel, thinking they've found the deal of a lifetime. What they don't see are doctored surveyor reports, engine problems that have been temporarily masked, or astronomical maintenance costs that'll drain their bank account for years. The yacht fraud industry has evolved into a sophisticated operation, targeting wealthy first-time buyers specifically. These aren't your typical boat scams involving rubber dinghies on Craigslist. We're talking about million-dollar vessels with fabricated documentation, fake inspection reports, and sellers who vanish the moment you sign the papers. Let me show you how these luxury yacht traps actually work, and why they're so devastatingly effective against inexperienced buyers. The first major trap involves what industry insiders call the surveyor scam. When you're buying a luxury yacht, you rely on marine surveyors to inspect the vessel and provide an honest assessment of its condition. But here's what most first-time buyers don't realize. Some surveyors are working with dishonest sellers. These compromised surveyors produce glowing reports for yachts that should never see open water. They'll overlook critical structural issues, ignore engine problems that would cost six figures to repair, and rubber-stamp vessels that are essentially floating money pits. The surveyor gets paid by the seller. You get a worthless piece of paper claiming your dream yacht is seaworthy. And everyone wins except you. I've seen cases where surveyors deliberately omitted hull delamination, cracked engine blocks, and electrical systems that were fire hazards. The buyers trusted the professional assessment, only to discover within months that their luxury yacht needed more in repairs than they'd paid for the vessel itself. The second trap involves fake documentation and forged maintenance records. Luxury yachts come with extensive paperwork: engine service logs, structural inspection reports, safety certifications, and compliance documents. Fraudulent sellers have mastered creating convincing fake documentation that makes a problematic yacht look meticulously maintained. They'll fabricate service records showing regular engine maintenance that never happened. They create phony inspection certificates from legitimate marine surveyors who never actually saw the boat. They even forge manufacturer warranties and extended service agreements that are completely worthless. What makes this particularly dangerous is that first-time luxury yacht buyers often assume expensive boats come with legitimate paperwork. They're not thinking like investigators. They're thinking like excited new owners who want to believe everything is exactly as represented. The third major trap involves financial fraud schemes targeting the actual purchase process. These scams have become incredibly sophisticated, often involving fake escrow services, fraudulent financing arrangements, and payment schemes designed to separate you from your money without actually transferring ownership of any yacht. Here's how typical financial fraud works in the luxury yacht market. The seller presents what appears to be a legitimate vessel at a reasonable price for the luxury features offered. They'll agree to use an escrow service for the transaction, which makes everything feel secure and professional. What you don't realize is that the escrow service is fake, controlled by the same criminals running the yacht scam. You wire your deposit or even the full purchase amount to what you believe is a legitimate escrow account. The fake escrow service provides official-looking confirmation that your funds are being held safely pending completion of the sale. Meanwhile, your money gets immediately transferred to accounts controlled by the fraudsters, and both the yacht and seller disappear. Some financial scams involve fake financing arrangements, where criminals pose as yacht lending specialists. They'll offer attractive financing terms for luxury yacht purchases, collect detailed financial information during the application process, and then use that information for identity theft, while providing nothing in return. The fourth trap involves what's called charter fraud in the industry. This scam targets buyers who are told they can offset their yacht ownership costs by putting their vessel into charter service. The criminals running this scam present detailed financial projections, showing how charter income will cover most or all of the yacht's operating expenses. They provide fake charter booking confirmations, fraudulent revenue projections, and bogus contracts with charter management companies. First-time buyers see these numbers and think they're getting a luxury yacht that'll essentially pay for itself. What they actually get is a yacht with no charter bookings, no management support, and operating costs that far exceed any realistic charter income potential. Charter fraud often involves fake charter management companies that exist only on paper. These companies sign official-looking agreements to manage your yacht's charter operations, collect upfront fees for marketing and management services, and then disappear completely once you've taken ownership of the vessel. The fifth major category involves email hijacking and communication interception. Modern yacht sales involve extensive email communication between buyers, sellers, brokers, surveyors, and financial institutions. Criminals have learned to intercept these communications and insert themselves into the transaction process. Here's how email hijacking works in yacht sales. The criminals monitor email traffic related to yacht transactions, often by compromising email accounts belonging to brokers or other industry professionals. Once they identify a pending sale, they begin intercepting and altering communications between the parties. They might send fake wire transfer instructions that direct your payment to accounts they control. They could alter surveyor reports to hide problems with the yacht you're buying. They might even impersonate the seller and change the sale terms after you've already committed to the purchase. What makes email hijacking particularly dangerous is that the altered communications often look completely legitimate. The criminals use actual email addresses of real people in the transaction. They copy the writing style and technical language used in legitimate yacht sales, and they time their interventions perfectly to avoid suspicion. The sixth trap involves boat history report scams that mirror the fake vehicle history reports you might encounter in car sales. Criminals create fake boat history reporting services that provide clean reports for yachts with serious problems in their past. These fake history reports show no accidents, no insurance claims, no structural repairs, and no mechanical problems. They indicate that the yacht has been well maintained, properly stored, and operated by experienced owners. Meanwhile, the actual history might include major collisions, sinking incidents, hurricane damage, or catastrophic mechanical failures that would make the vessel essentially worthless. Legitimate boat history reports can reveal critical information about a yacht's past, including insurance claims, accident reports, and maintenance issues. But fake history report services deliberately hide this information while charging fees for worthless documents that give buyers false confidence in their purchase. The seventh category involves what industry professionals call bait-and-switch yacht sales. This scam starts with advertised yachts that appear to offer exceptional value for luxury features and specifications. The criminals use high-quality photos and detailed specifications for yachts that either don't exist or aren't actually for sale. When potential buyers express interest, they're told the advertised yacht has just been sold, but there's another similar vessel available at a slightly higher price. This alternative yacht is the actual target of the scam, often a problematic vessel that the criminals are trying to unload at an inflated price. The bait yacht gets you interested and invested in the purchase process. By the time you're presented with the switch yacht, you've already spent time and money on surveys, financing arrangements, and other preparation. The psychological pressure to complete some kind of yacht purchase makes buyers more likely to accept the substitute vessel without adequate inspection. Some bait-and-switch operations involve showing buyers yachts that aren't actually owned by the seller. They'll arrange viewings of legitimately impressive yachts that are temporarily unoccupied, pretend to be the owner or authorized representative, and then claim legal ownership issues require substituting a different vessel for the actual sale. The eighth trap targets buyers through fake yacht broker operations. These criminal organizations create sophisticated websites, professional marketing materials, and impressive office locations to pose as legitimate yacht brokerage firms. They advertise attractive luxury yachts at competitive prices and provide professional-seeming sales support throughout the purchase process. The fake yacht brokers have convincing credentials, industry certifications that appear legitimate, and references from supposed previous clients. They'll guide buyers through what seems like a normal yacht purchase process, complete with contracts, inspections, and closing procedures. What buyers don't realize until it's too late is that the brokerage firm doesn't actually own or have authority to sell any yachts. They collect deposits and down payments for vessels they have no right to transfer, then disappear when buyers discover the fraud. Some fake yacht broker operations are sophisticated enough to maintain their deception for months or even years. They'll complete some legitimate transactions using yachts they temporarily gain access to, building credibility that they later exploit for much larger fraud schemes. The ninth major category involves insurance fraud schemes that target yacht buyers after they've completed their purchase. Criminals contact new yacht owners claiming to represent insurance companies, maritime authorities, or other official organizations. They demand immediate payment for required insurance policies, safety certifications, or regulatory compliance fees. These post-purchase scams exploit the fact that yacht ownership does involve legitimate insurance requirements and regulatory compliance. New owners who aren't familiar with the actual requirements can be easily convinced to pay for fake policies or unnecessary certifications. Insurance fraud in yacht sales often involves fake policies that provide no actual coverage. Buyers pay substantial premiums for comprehensive yacht insurance that doesn't exist, leaving them completely unprotected if anything happens to their vessel. Some insurance scams involve criminals who pose as agents for legitimate insurance companies. They provide real policy numbers and official-looking documentation, but the policies are created without authorization from the actual insurance company and provide no coverage whatsoever. The 10th and final category involves what's called phantom yacht syndrome. Elaborate schemes involving yachts that exist only in marketing materials and fake documentation. These operations create detailed listings for luxury yachts that appear completely legitimate, complete with professional photography, detailed specifications, and convincing ownership documentation. Phantom yacht scams often target buyers purchasing yachts they haven't personally inspected, particularly international buyers, or those purchasing during winter months when yachts might be in storage. The criminals provide elaborate explanations for why direct inspection isn't possible. The yacht is being transported, it's in dry storage, or it's temporarily chartered to other clients. They arrange video tours that actually show different yachts, provide fake surveyor reports created by accomplices, and even stage fake closing ceremonies, where buyers believe they're taking ownership of legitimate vessels. The truth is that the yacht never existed as advertised, and buyers have purchased nothing but fraudulent documentation. Phantom yacht schemes can involve multiple fake vessels being sold simultaneously to different buyers. The criminals might use the same yacht photos and specifications to create several different yachts with different names and documentation, collecting money from multiple victims for the same non-existent vessel. Here's what every potential yacht buyer needs to understand about protecting themselves from these elaborate fraud schemes. The luxury yacht market attracts criminals because the high dollar values make fraud extremely profitable, and because wealthy buyers often rely on professional representatives rather than conducting their own detailed investigations. Your first line of defense is understanding that legitimate yacht sales involve verifiable documentation at every step. Real surveyors carry professional liability insurance and belong to recognized marine surveyor associations. Legitimate brokers have established business histories and verifiable references from actual clients. Authentic yacht documentation includes serial numbers, manufacturer records, and maintenance histories that can be independently verified. Never rely solely on documentation provided by the seller or their representatives. Contact manufacturers directly to verify service records and warranty information. Reach out to previous owners if that information's available. Verify surveyor credentials through professional associations, and consider hiring your own surveyor even if the seller provides inspection reports. Financial protection requires using established escrow services that you research and select independently. Don't accept recommendations for escrow companies from sellers, and verify any financial service provider through independent research. Wire transfers should only go to accounts that you've verified through multiple sources, and never change wire transfer instructions based on email communications alone. Communication security means being extremely cautious about email-based instructions and document sharing. Verify any changes to sale terms through direct phone conversations with verified contact numbers. Be suspicious of last-minute changes to financial arrangements, closing locations, or other critical sale terms. The reality is that legitimate luxury yacht sales involve substantial documentation, multiple professional inspections, and complex financial arrangements. Criminals exploit this complexity by creating fake versions of legitimate processes. But authentic yacht transactions include multiple opportunities for verification and validation. If something seems too good to be true in luxury yacht sales, it almost certainly is. Yachts priced significantly below market value usually have serious hidden problems. Sellers who pressure buyers to move quickly or skip standard inspection processes are almost always hiding something significant. Financial arrangements that seem unusually favorable often conceal fraud schemes designed to separate buyers from their money. Your best protection is working with established yacht brokers who have long track records and verifiable client references. Pay for independent surveys conducted by surveyors you select and hire directly. Use escrow services and financial institutions that you research and choose independently of any recommendations from sellers. The luxury yacht market includes many legitimate professionals who provide excellent service to buyers seeking quality vessels. But it also attracts sophisticated criminals who understand that wealthy buyers often rely on professional representatives rather than conducting detailed personal investigations. Protecting yourself requires understanding both the legitimate processes involved in yacht purchases and the specific fraud schemes that target luxury yacht buyers. Remember that buying a luxury yacht is one of the largest purchases most people ever make. The time and money you invest in protecting yourself from fraud is nothing compared to the potential losses from falling victim to these elaborate criminal schemes. Take time to verify everything. Trust your instincts when something seems wrong, and never let anyone pressure you into skipping the investigation and verification processes that protect your investment. The dream of owning a luxury yacht is entirely achievable for buyers who understand both the opportunities and risks involved in these high-value transactions. By knowing how these fraud schemes work and taking appropriate protective measures, you can navigate the luxury yacht market successfully and find the vessel that'll provide years of enjoyment on the water.